Hi, Shalom everyone. I'm going to continue this series of the 3 weeks and Tisha B'Av at the moment. I actually did a recording on another platform last night with regards to the day of Tisha B'Av itself and Erev Tisha B'Av, what to do. This is a part 2 installment, so I didn't put it on this specific platform, I'll try and hit a link on the comment section over here with regards to that. So yesterday we spoke about the various things we do before Tisha B'Av. For example, the Sudam of Seket, what we eat. I spoke about what were the 5 calamities that actually took place during the time of the Bet HaMikdash on the 9th of Av, respectively, the destruction of the first 2 temples. Also, we spoke about the dinim of the laws of Sudam of Seket, which we will have. We spoke about what one may eat and drink during the Sudam of Seket. We talked about the types of foods, the inyanim with in regards to tafshils, or the food mixtures and the cooking methods of the different foods. We spoke about how we sit on the floor during the Suda itself. We spoke about, do we have a zimun or not after Suda, if you watch the thing. And we spoke about other customs within regards to Erev Tisha B'Av. Also, for example, who is obligated to fast? We talked about what if a woman is pregnant, or a woman is ill, or a person is ill, and many other different case scenarios. And then we spoke about learning Torah, that there's only certain Torah you can actually learn, which is pertaining to mourning itself on the day of Tisha B'Av, on Tisha B'Av itself, respectively. So, say, for example, the book of Eov, Mesachet Gittin, pages 55b to 58 Aleph, over there, because that's pertaining to the destruction of the Bet HaMikdash. We talked about what is not appropriate necessarily to learn. Also, now we are on the section of washing one's hands and face on Tisha B'Av. Can you do this or not? Let's find out now. I'm using an excellent note over here of a great rabbi. I think the OU has put this out on their website, Rabbi Yonatan Naxon. Really, very excellent article over here. We use it as a template for the other videos that we've done covering the 3 weeks also. So washing one's hands and face on the 47th Nukuda point over here. Simply putting one's finger in water is forbidden, even if the water is cold. Just to do it, just for the sake of it, it's going to be forbidden. It's all sourced on this sheet. If one's hands are dirty, it's allowed to wash them. Similarly, one may wash his hands until the knuckles. So you're allowed to do until the knuckles at the end of his fingers and after using the bathroom. This is also allowed when one washes his hands in the morning after waking up. So that's going to be allowed. A kohen, a priest, may wash his hands until the wrists before reciting the Birkat Kohanim prayer. Naturally, since this washing is being done to fulfill a mitzvah. However, the Levi who is washing the Kohen's hands may only wash his own fingers also until the knuckles, using the same parameters there. One may wash dishes or other necessary items for those who are permitted to eat. For example, a child or an ill person over there. Even if one as hands gets wet, remember, it's not the intention for the person to get it wet. Similarly, after Chatzot, this is after midday, on the 10th of Av, on Tisha B'Av, respectively, one may wash fruits and vegetables for after the fast. So at that stage after Chatzot, you can prepare for after the fast. One who is allowed to eat on Tisha B'Av and wants to eat bread may wash his hands until the wrist. So the people are allowed to eat, as we said before, someone ill, possibly someone pregnant, depends. Everyone should speak to a competent Orthodox rabbi within regards to all these different leniencies which people might be able to have in extenuating circumstances over here. Okay. Even though one may not wash his face on Tisha B'Av, one may take a wipe that is slightly moist and wipe his face with it. However, if one is particularly bothered by not washing his face in the morning, for example, if it will break out in pimples, if he does not wash up, then he may wash his face with cold water. This is under different circumstances over here. Another thing, a kala, someone that's about to get married, within 30 days of a wedding, may wash her face. There's a leniency. If there's a bride that's just got married, obviously for shalom bayit reasons and to impress her husband, she can wash her face during that 30-day window period. One may not go to the mikveh on Tisha B'Av, even if he goes every day and the water is cold. Even a woman whose scheduled time to immerse in the mikveh is on Tisha B'Av must deter her tevilah, going to the mikveh, until afterwards over here. The very, very important point over here. That's what's written over here. Okay, applying ointments. Is that allowed or not on Tisha B'Av? Let's see. Nakuda, the point number 55. One may not put on ointments for pleasure on Tisha B'Av. One may use creams and moisturizer if one is using them to prevent or treat an illness, but not to make one's skin look better or softer. So seemingly, if it's a preventative, measure you're taking of it, then it's going to be allowed. Deodorant is allowed on Tisha B'Av according to this, since it is meant to remove bad smells over here. And seemingly it's allowed over here. Once again, we're following the Edut HaMizrach minhagim, this article of the OU is, and not necessarily, I'm not too sure if people of Eastern European Ashkenazic custom is the same over here. Next one, 57. A woman should not apply makeup on Tisha B'Av over here. Very important. It's sourced over here also. Once again, whether a colour is or not, it doesn't really specifically state. Go into details there. Wearing leather shoes. We obviously know most of the kids in the school will know, you can't wear leather shoes on Tisha B'Av. Okay, point number 58. One is not allowed to wear leather shoes on Tisha B'Av. While all other types of materials may be worn, it's forbidden to wear a shoe that merely contains any leather and is not actually made from leather. Next one, 59. Running shoes or sandals without leather may be worn on Tisha B'Av, even if they are more comfortable than one's leather shoes. Okay, now a woman who is within 30 days of childbirth or a sick person who needs to wear shoes made of leather for comfort may wear leather shoes on Tisha B'Av. So some people might have leniency with regards to this. Once again, speak to a competent rabbi. Children below the age of bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah may wear leather shoes. However, if one should teach his child to wear non-leather shoes on Tisha B'Av. This is provided that the child will not injure himself by walking outside with other shoes such as slippers. So really, maybe at the age of someone is 6 or something like that, I would definitely, just to add on, one should really, at that stage in time, it's a mitzvah of mechanech to educate the children. So get them accustomed at that stage in time. But for sure, a couple of years within the bar mitzvah, I would have definitely said they should not apply that leniency. Okay, one may sit or stand on leather pillows. However, one should not stand on them when praying. Okay, so there's a difference there. One who has to walk a long distance or over a stony or muddy terrain may wear leather shoes on the condition of that, if he has no other way to protect his feet, this is. But he must remove the shoes once they are no longer needed. Similarly, one may not wear leather shoes while driving, as a car is considered indoors. So that's not going to be allowed. Okay, just like other prohibitions of Tisha B'Av, such as eating, drinking, and washing, one may not wear leather shoes throughout the entire day over here. Therefore, while one is permitted to sit on a chair while praying mincha, he may not wear leather shoes over here, because we know you can sit down after chatzot. Halachot pertaining husband and a wife over here. Is there any differences on this specific day? Number 65. Marital relations are prohibited on Tisha B'Av. Even sleeping in the same bed as one spouse is prohibited. That's another discussion in itself, but this is simple as it is. 66. The harchakot that are usually practiced when one's wife is a nida are not observed on Tisha B'Av. Therefore, if one's wife is not a nida, they're allowed to touch each other, one may pass her things and may even touch her. However, it's praiseworthy to act stringently and refrain from touching one's wife on Tisha B'Av, because it could lead maybe to marital relations at the end. If a woman's time of immersion is on a Friday night, that is on the 9th of Av over here. Remember, critical, Friday night on the 9th of Av. Remember, Tisha B'Av will then be pushed up till the 10th of Av. She may immerse as she would on any other Friday night, and is permitted to her husband that night. So if Tisha B'Av is pushed off until the next day because of Shabbat, that Shabbat they're allowed to be together and she's allowed to go to the mikveh. How about greeting people? A classic thing, many people might not be new Balei Teshuvah or might not be well versed. They like to greet other people in general. It's a nice thing to do. But are they allowed to greet on Tisha B'Av? They're doing something wrong? Let's find out. Greeting people is prohibited on Tisha B'Av. However, if one was greeted by someone who was unaware of this prohibition, he may quietly and solemnly greet him back. So he doesn't have to be cold turkey and ignore and be rude. One should refrain from saying good morning to his fellow on Tisha B'Av, because obviously the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. Asking someone how he is feeling is not prohibited, since it's not a greeting also. One may wish another person a mazal tov on the birth of a baby, since it's a blessing and not a greeting. So if someone said a baby on a girl or boy on Tisha B'Av or within those days, then fine. One may not give a gift on Tisha B'Av. However, it's allowed to give a gift to a needy person. Playing with children should be avoided, since it makes a person laugh and detracts from the seriousness of the day. However, if one's child is crying, one may pick him up. So obviously, if the child is crying, then that's a different story. Going on outings, I think that we all know the answer to that. One should not take a trip on Tisha B'Av, since it will lead to lightheadedness and diminish the soul meat required for Tisha B'Av. Okay, now over here, another important thing. The trips to the Kotel and other holy sites should not be taken in groups. One may, however, go with a friend if they will speak about Tisha B'Av and focus on the Aveilut itself. So if it's for a gathering and for a joyous effect, then not. But if it's for the serious of it, but you see videos online where people are singing Achenu Kol Beit Yisrael and all these songs on Tisha B'Av of Achdut. So seemingly it seems like there's leniencies for that. How about performing Melacha over here? The general 76. The general custom is to refrain from working on Tisha B'Av, since work generally distracts one's feeling mourning as clearly. However, one may work on Tisha B'Av night. Wow, that's interesting. The Gemara warns that one who works on Tisha B'Av will not see a blessing from the money earned. Another thing, any melacha permitted on Chol HaMoed, because one will otherwise incur a financial loss, davar ha'aved, as they call it, may be performed on Tisha B'Av. However, one may not work if it is only to earn a profit. One is permitted to work on Tisha B'Av if he needs to work to support his family and will otherwise not be able to pay for basic necessities. Number 80. One who owns a store that sells food may sell food even immediately after leaving the synagogue in the morning and does not need to wait until after Chatzot, because people need food. One may buy something on sale on Tisha B'Av if the sale will end after Tisha B'Av. Wow, huge leniency here. Once again, it's all quoted on this OU article over here. I would recommend everyone to check the sources for this. Now, how about sitting and sleeping on the floor here on Tisha B'Av? What's laws within regards to that? Number 82. Many people have the custom to sleep with their mattresses on the floor, and some people put a rock under their pillows. One who finds it difficult to practice these customs should still try to minimize his comfort when sleeping. If one regularly, let's say, sleeps with 2 pillows, then on Tisha B'Av he should try to sleep with only 1 pillow, make it more uncomfortable. Number 83, from sunset on Erev Tisha B'Av until Chatzot of Tisha B'Av afternoon, one may not sit on a regular chair, bench, stool, couch, and the like. And number 84, even during Tefillah, one should not sit on a chair, rather one should sit on the floor with a small pillow, ideally. The pillow should not be higher than a tefach above the ground. That's 8 centimeters. However, one who finds this difficult may even sit on a stool up to 3 tefachim. That's naturally 24 centimeters from the ground. One should preferably make a separation between himself and the stone floor. That's number 87. One who finds it exceedingly difficult to sit on a low chair, such as an ill, elderly person or pregnant or nursing woman, mother, may sit on a regular chair. Number 88, one may sit on the stairs in the synagogue that lead up to the Bima or the Aron HaKodesh. It's also permitted to sit when riding on a bus. Some say that it's preferable to stand if one can. On Tisha B'Av, one is still required to stand for a Talmid Chacham. You see a Talmid Chacham, a Torah scholar coming in, then it's out. Customs after Chatzot, and we'll conclude over here. It is customary not to prepare any food for after the fast until after Chatzot. If one needs to prepare for a large meal, such as one who needs to prepare a meal in honor of a Brit Milah, let's say it happens to be, is allowed to prepare for the meal even before Chatzot. But rare circumstances over there. While some women have the custom to clean the house and set the beds after Chatzot and Tisha B'Av, it's preferable not to do so. So friends, this synopsis over here, I did the first part last night. Let's see the rebuilding of the 3rd Beit HaMikdash and just brachot from Israel. And let's hope this all in theory this year, and we are going to be with all in Yerushalayim together. Have a great day.